Well, I don't know where the distance between the objects as far as the mapping purposes, sir, but as far as how far apart, the first thing we discovered was one red piece of plastic, and then
I'm again confused by the fact that you don't know. I mean, don't you just put like little flags or evidence markers? There's a lot of different ways to do this. You can put like little things that say A, B, C, or you could put little flags in the ground or whatever. And then you break out, a tape measure to measure things. But you don't seem to know where things are relative to each other because apparently you didn't mark it with any sort of precision, which seems odd, being the search expert that we learned about earlier, the guy with all the training, the search expert from the state police, don't you know? With all the training and all the experience in the world, we're taking things from a crime scene and not documenting exactly where we found things relative to other things.
Further south, that's when we found the sneaker and additional pieces.
Right, but again, they were all in the same area, less than a foot apart, correct?
The same general area, but it could have been over a foot, sir. I'd have to measure between the GPS markings.
Okay, well...
Whoa, wait a second, because in earlier testimony, you said GPS is only accurate to within 16 feet. That's what you said. So if you're trying to measure a foot, GPS won't work because it's not accurate enough for that. So GPS wouldn't work. You know what might work? A tape measurer. A tape measurer might work, but you didn't seem to bring any of that to the scene. I guess you forgot to bring the tape measurer when you brought the broom. Maybe you should have gotten the tape measure too. It might have been helpful with marking distances and such. Cool.
So is your testimony today that what you testified to in that prior proceeding, where everything was less than a foot apart, that wasn't accurate?
Objection.
Is that your testimony, sir?
Best recollection that they were within around a foot, but to be 100% accurate, you would have to measure between the two GPS points, which I have not done.
The GPS is not sufficient for 100% accuracy according to you. The GPS can only be accurate within 16 feet.
Less than a foot, then by definition, the sneaker couldn't have been found 3 feet south of where that red piece of plastic was, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if that's accurate.
Logic.
Sir.
You don't know what's accurate?
Well, you're saying 3 feet. I don't know if that's accurate, sir.
No, that's what I'm asking you. Is it accurate?
I don't know, sir. I'm not sure the exact distance. I didn't measure the GPS markings, sir. I'm not.
All right.
One, the GPS markings aren't sufficient because 16-foot margin of error, and we are measuring distances of a foot or less. So GPS is insufficient. Two, what do you mean you didn't measure it? Using, a tape measurer. Like, tape measures have been around for a long time, man. A lot longer than GPS. Are you not familiar with this blazing new technology called a tape measurer that you could have used to measure things? But you're the search expert. You're the search expert. You've gotten all the training on how to do searches and how to do grid searches and everything else, man. So I guess having a tape measurer to know where things were found during the search must not be an important skill to the search expert. That must be my misunderstanding of how searches should be done. My bad.